What is the difference between toning a canvas and underpainting your canvas? And how does it improve your art? That's the topic we're going to be talking about today, so let's get on it. This is a toned canvas. It is a stretched canvas, and it just has a tone of burnt sienna and white. I just sprinkled it on there, brushed it on. What I'm trying to do is take away all the white of the canvas. As my paint dried, you might see some of the white from the weave of the canvas. But once you tone it like this, you're not going to see that. If the paint didn't get all the way into it, this showing through is not going to make one bit of difference to your painting. But if you left some white showing through, your eye is going to go straight to that spot. So that is what this does. That's what toning a canvas does. Next, we're going to talk about the underpainting for your artwork. Okay, I have a photo that we're going to be working from, and I printed it off in black and white so I can see the values and the depth of the paintings. So you can see that this is very dark, this is very dark. You can see in here in the water, the reflections that are shown there, all the cloud formations that are formed. You can see them better in a black and white photo than you can in color often. And so I usually print off the black and white, and then I have on my computer, I have the color photo sitting right there. So we're gonna talk about the underpainting. The underpainting is seldom, if ever, completely seen. What you're trying to do is lay out on your canvas where things go and sort of what their value is. Is it very dark? Is it light? Is it, you're just trying to get a basic starting point. And then you will bring more and more layers of paint forward, and that will create the depth and the detail that you're looking for. So let's figure out how to do that. Okay, there's a couple of ways to get your underpainting onto your canvas. You can use a brush and some like a burnt sienna paint, or you can use, I have a couple of ways. I use a white Conte pencil or this tiny little piece of soft vine charcoal. So you can go in a number of different ways. So I see this here, got a large piece right in here. That's not going to show. So we're going to go with the charcoal. Very light pressure, very light. You don't want to push hard on that at all. Okay, so now we have our horizon line back here. Okay, so that's here. And then we have some hillsides back in here. I'm not putting that in. It is actually an extension of this branch. It looks very strange. It might end up there, but it is not going to start there. Okay, so now we have, I'm not going to put this tree in here right now either. So we got sky and clouds. This is like mountains back in here, and this is the dirt and sand around the lake. So let's get started. Okay, I have a number 10 natural bristle brush. Take off some of the blue. Add some white to it, a little turquoise. And I'm going to go with a little more blue back here in the background. You want to get the top of your canvas and the sides. So as I come down, I'm going to add more blue or more white to that, but you're going to see some changes So this is just the underpainting. This is not the painting, okay? You need to keep telling yourself, this is just an underpainting. Now we're going to put in this in here, and it is mountains. So it's going to be, there's going to be some purple, some blue, and some burnt umber. Very, very dark. I can make it come lighter as I come forward, but it needs to be dark in the background. So here we go. So now we have some of that. Now we're going to put in our water. If it's above the water, it has to show in the water. So we're going to come back over here with our blue, our purple. Okay, so now we have a sky, we have mountains, we have water, and now we're going to come back with, let me just pop this up here so I can see. Yeah, this is very dark also because this is kind of a nocturnal painting. So this is very dark, but we're going to come back with some of the brown. That's the burnt umber and some burnt sienna and some of the blue. And we're going to put that in here. Okay, so this is your underpainting. This is not the painting. You're going to add all sorts of things in the sky, in the horizon, to give that dramatic look. You're going to add a lot of things here in the mountains. Even though it's subtle, you're not going to see them like shout out at you, but they're going to be very subtle. And then down in here is the beach area, and we will put the tree here, but we don't put it in the underpainting. We now have where we're going with what it is we're going to put on here, but this is just the beginning. So I need you to understand that when you get to this point, it's usually ugly. Usually you get to this point and you go, oh, this is awful. I'm no good at this. This is only an underpainting. It's just the starting point. You have to keep going before you're going to see anything that you really like. So don't give up yet. I promise you it's going to get better. But that's the difference between toning a canvas and doing an underpainting of a canvas. If you enjoyed this, if you learned something, I would love it if you give me a thumbs up. And I have another video right up here somewhere on learning to paint and fundamentals of painting. Please visit my website, paintingwithacrylics101.com. There's a free blog. There is classes that you can take there. There's a free class, all sorts of great information created specifically for beginning artists. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day. Let's paint together soon.